So multiple row functions, we said, even though these functions, okay, these functions are also called as, this functions also called as what we said here, grouping functions, grouping, or else we can say aggregative functions also, we can say, guys. Aggregative functions also, we can say it. And these functions, okay, these functions are returns. These functions are returns. Okay, a single value, okay, a single value, or more than, or more than one value. A single value, or more than one value. So either single value returns or multiple values also written by these functions. Okay, now, and now what are these functions are there? Let me see one by one here. First function is called as a sum, and sum function we already know. So it returns, okay, returns sum of values. It will be going to return, and later we have here average function. Okay, it returns average, returns average, okay, of given values. Next one, we have to go for min function. So these are returns minimum value, and next one we have here max function. Okay, max, and if I want to go for returns maximum value. Okay, so these are the things, and finally we have one more function that is called as a count function. So the count function, what we will discuss. So it's very simple, guys. Here sum, average, min, max, and count. Okay, how these functions are using in our queries, let you see, guys, here. Okay, suppose this is your table. Now I want to find out here, there are total 14 employees are there in this table, right? There are 14 employees are there in this table. So these 14 employees, okay, so total salary of employee. So if I want to find out the total salary of this employee, okay, so how we can use it means, suppose if I'm using select salary from EMP means that particular salary column data we are retrieving from the table. Right? So now what I want to do, I don't want it all salaries. I want the total salary of employee. Total salary of employee. Then we are using what now? Sum function, sum of salary from EMP. Then you can see total is what's showing. The total what was showing here, total salary. So 29,025 is the total salary. Okay, so this is all employees total salaries we calculated here. This is all employees total salaries we calculate here. Suppose you need some specific group of a specific job or specific department total salary. If I want it means, then you have to write like this. So select sum of salary from EMP, where suppose department number is 10. So department 10 wise or department 10 total salary, how much here? 8,750. So that means you can see in the table, in the department number 10, how many people are there in department number 10 means is a one person. Okay, is a one person. And here one more person is there, department number 10. And here one more person is there, department number 10. 5,2450, that means 7,450. 7,450 plus 1,000, 8,000. 8,450 plus 300, 8,750. So 8,000. So 8,750. That is what the total salary of a particular department. Okay. Now, in the same to same, suppose I need to find out average. So if I'm giving average salary of employee, then I have to go for that average is 2073.21429. So total, the sum of salary, that means total salary by number of employees. Number of employees, how many employees are? 14 employees are there. So that total salary by number of employees, calculations was done by average function. Okay, in the same to same, now suppose I wanted to hear some department wise, for example, if I'm using, okay, average of sal, okay, from EMP, so a DEPT number is equals to 10. So DEPT number total salary 8,750. So 8,750 by how many employees are there in department number 10? 3 employees. How many employees are there in department number 10 means 3 employees. So 8,750 by 3, then the total, and then the average of department number 10 is 2916.6667. Okay, like this. In the same to same minimum, min function we are using, suppose in this table, what is your minimum salary? In this entire table, what is your minimum salary? So your minimum salary is 8,000 rupees. Suppose in this entire table, what is your minimum hire date? What is your minimum hire date? So the minimum hire date also we can got it 17 December 1980. It's a minimum hire date. Okay now, so like this, not only for entire table, even though we can call it, suppose job is equals to clerk, the clerk rate, and for example another job I'm taking now, manager. In manager, minimum salary 2450. Okay now, so like minimum. And later, suppose you need to know maximum salary. So now in my table, maximum salary 5,000. And if I want to know the maximum salary of the department number, okay, so where department number is equals to 30, the 30 maximum salary 2850. So like this, these aggregative functions, okay, like this, okay, these aggregative functions we are going to be using to finding some calculation or to doing some calculation on specific column wise. Okay, so these functions we are going to be applying on specific column wise. That's why the specific column wise I was taken. So maximum I was applied on specific column salary. Okay, minimum applied. Okay, minimum higher date. So like a specific column, on a specific column wise or columns data wise, we can apply these functions. Okay, na? So these are generally everyone simply they can understand it. Okay, so in this nothing was there. Now come to count function. Basically count function we are going to be using guys here to count number of rows in a table. That purpose we can use. Otherwise we can use to count number of values in a column. Okay now? So for two wise and the two things and two kind of operations I can do by using of this count function guys. Either you can go to whenever you want to know in your table how many number of rows are there. Okay, in your entire table how many number of rows are there. If I want to know it, then I can use count function. Otherwise in a particular column, how many number of values are there. So that purpose also we can use count function. But this count function guys again classified into three types here. One is count of star. So first one is count of star. Second one is count of column name. Second one is count of column name. And the third one is count of distinct column name. Okay, now so these are count function again I can use into The three ways I can use it, guys, here. That means it was classified into three types. One is count of star, second one count of column name, and third one count of a distinct column name. Okay, now these are the three ways the function will be classified. Okay, now let me see, guys, here. Now let me see what is star and what is column name and what is distinct column name. The difference is what now you can observe. So when I'm going to using count of star means, guys, here what it will do means it was counting, okay, counting all rows, okay, or all rows data, including, see, careful observe, including duplicates and also nulls rows or rows data. Okay, now so when I'm using count of star, the counting all rows data, including duplicates and also nulls in your table. Rows data or nulls rows or nulls in a table. Okay, now this is count of star. For example, let you come out. For example, let you come out. Now I just come back to see the list of tables in database. So these are okay, fine. And now I'm creating one sample table. I'm creating, guys. Create table test, some serial number, and some name I'm passing here. So carefully observe. Later, I'm inserting few records into tester or few values into test here. Suppose serial number 101. Okay, now. So now the name is A. I'm inserting now. So like this, I'm going to insert. Okay, so 102. The name is B. Like this, 103. The name is C. Like this, 104. We are passing what now? Null. We are passing null. Next, 105. We are passing A. And 106. We are passing C. Okay, now, right. So finally, we just come back your test table. So in test table, there are total 6 rows are there. But in 6 rows, can you see the names? One row is having duplicate names are there. So A, and C, these are duplicate names are there, the duplicate row data. And later, one null is there here. So null is there. Okay, now? So that means 2 duplicates names and 1 null is there in this table. So now on this table, for example, if I'm using my count of a star, if I'm using from test table, what it was happening here, in your table, duplicate data is there or null data is there, whatever it was there, that is not a matter. It is not a matter. So total, how many number of rows are there, including your duplicate row data, including your duplicate row data, or including null data also. So total count is showing us. My point, understand now? The total count is showing us. So that is called as a star. And second one is count of column name. So here what it will do, counting, okay, duplicate values, but not nulls, okay, from a column. So when I'm using column name, that means which column name are you passing? Which column name are you passing? Which column name are you passing? Okay, so based on that column, in that particular column, if you have a duplicates are counting. But in that particular column, if you have a nulls, and nulls are not counting. Nulls are not counting. So let you see. Suppose I'm giving here. Select a count of name column I'm passing from this test table. But guys, you can see in this name column, we have a two duplicates and one null was there. We have a two duplicates and one null is there. But when I'm using this count function on this name, on this particular name of the column, then what it was happening, you can see it was showing 5. So it was showing 5 means counting what now A, B, C and AC, total 5 is counting, but null is not counting because null is only single null and one null is there. So except null, remaining all values in the column, okay, is counting. But in this all values, we have a duplicate values also, like A and C. A and C is a repeated values. But whatever the repeated values are there, so those repeated values also counting by your, okay, counter function. Okay, now this is what. Later, count of distinct. Already, can you remember distinct keyword in basics classes? I said distinct keyword is used to eliminating duplicate values. Okay, now so now that means eliminating duplicate values, but counting, okay, only counting only unique values only counting unique values in a column. So that means when I use a distinct keyword, it doesn't count duplicates, it doesn't count nulls, it's just counting unique values only counting here. For example, let you see now I'm passing. Select a count of distinct. Column name is what now? Name column. From test table I was taken. But guys, you can see in this name column, A, B, C is a unique values and one null value, and A, C duplicate values are there. Now, what is my count when I'm using distinct here? The count is 3 only showing. That means whatever the two duplicate values are there, the two duplicate values are not counting and one null value also not counting. So that means it is not counting duplicates and nulls. It was counting only unique values. Unique values are what now? A, B, C is only unique, 3 values. So the 3 values only counting it. Okay. So these are what now? Aggregative functions or else grouping functions or else, okay, so multiple row functions also we call this. Okay. Now? So these are the predefined function, general functions, very oftenly we are using our queries, and these are all are predefined. Okay, so now your basics are completed, guys. Now your basics are completed. Okay, from now onwards every topic is important for you, and we will spend more time on these topics. Okay, we will discuss in depthly one by one. Okay, so in this, one of the concept is called as a very important concept, clauses. Very important concept, clauses. So clauses, basically clauses. Why we need to use clauses, sir? What is the need of clauses? How to use clauses? How many types of clauses? Okay, now so that we will check out. But before I have to start these clauses, the need of clause. Okay, let me see, guys. All of you, let you observe what is the need of clause. Okay, right. For example, I want to ask you one thing. For example, we have one table, right? In this table, there are so many rows, almost 14 employees rows data we have it. The 14 employees data we have it. So what is my question? Out of 14 employees, out of 14 employees, out of 14 employees, okay, now I want to retrieve a specific employee data. For example, which employee number 7788, that specific employee data I want to retrieve from the table. Okay, now specific employee data I want to retrieve from this table. Okay, so how can you retrieve? How can you retrieve, guys? Come on, open your chat box and write. I wanted a specific employee whose employee number 7788. That employee data I want to fetch from the table. Come on, how to write? As of now, fundamentals we discussed now. Come on, write down. Come on. Query write down, query write down, query write down. All of you write down query. It's a practicing purpose. It was good for you, na? Write down. It's a practicing purpose, good for you. Yes. So we are writing like how we are writing like, guys, here. So we all of you know. So we are writing simply select the star from EMP. Here I'm using where clause where EMP number 7788. Yes. So this is the query we written, right? But now my question is what now? Don't use a where clause. Don't use a where clause. So without a where clause condition, okay, without where clause condition, I want to retrieve a specific row data from this table. So what I'm saying here, without, the question is without using where clause. Okay, without using where condition. Now how to get? Now try it all of you. Try it all of you without a where condition. Come on. Yes. So many people are trying different way they tried here, but simply it is not possible. It is not possible. So without where clause condition, it is impossible to get a specific row data. It is impossible. Okay, now. So that means whenever you want to retrieve a specific row data from a table, or whenever you want to update a specific row data in a table, whenever you want to delete a specific row data from a table, okay, so these kind of operations, the specific row operations, when you want to do, definitely we require a where clause condition. Okay, now without where clause condition, it's impossible. Now the need and necessity of class, understand na? The need and necessity of class, understand na? Right. One more question. Suppose in this table we have a salaries column. Okay, but the salary column values are not in a particular order. Not in a particular order. Suppose I want to arrange, suppose we are thinking like, I want to arrange this column values into particular order. So how can you order these column values, these column values, okay, these column values in a particular order, like ascending order, otherwise descending order. But I want to arrange this column values in a particular order. Order means what now? There are two types of order, either ascending order by small to big, either descending order. Okay, now big to small. Okay, so there are two types. Then what we want to do? How are you going to arranging this order? There is a one clause is there. Now we are writing select the salary from EMP, order by class salary I'm using. Now see your salary column in your table, whatever the unorder is there. So here we are arranged into one specific orderly, we arrange it here. Specific order we arrange here. But the question is, now my question is, don't use a order by class. Okay. So my question is, don't use a order by class. Without order by class, I have to go to arrange these values. Is it possible? Come on, guys. Is it possible? No, not at all. No, not at all. Okay, now. So this is what the clauses need and necessity and use of classes in our database queries. Okay, now. So that's why what finally the point is, observe. Clause is a statement, okay, clause is a statement which will add to SQL predefined query, which will add to SQL predefined query for providing additional facilities, providing additional facilities, like filtering rows, comma, sorting values, comma, grouping values, comma, okay, comma, finding, okay, comma, finding subtotal and grand totals, finding subtotal and grand total based on columns, or columns data, based on columns data automatically. Okay, automatically. So this is clauses need, necessity, use, and purpose. So clause is a statement which will add to SQL predefined query for providing some additional facilities like filtering rows. Whenever you want to filter your rows for your required data purpose, we need to filter. Sorting values, when you need to sort your values either small to big or big to small. Grouping values, suppose you need to group, okay, same category of values are grouped into separately, or grouping, you just form it grouping, or finding subtotals, grand totals based on columns data automatically. Okay, when we use classes, that's why the syntax is what now. So generally we are writing what now? SQL predefined query. So SQL predefined queries are, we know, like a DDL queries, DML queries, DQL queries. Okay, these are the some queries we already discussed. So to this SQL predefined query, I need to add, what I need to add here, I need to add a clause statement. I need to add a clause statement. Okay, so now this is, so when we are adding the clause or clause statements to SQL predefined queries, then this both combination we can do one specific operations. The specific operations we can perform over database table. Okay, now with this combination. Suppose you have not used this combination. You have not used this combination. Only SQL query, only SQL predefined query true. We can do operation, but not every operation. We can do operations, but not every operations. Okay, now. So that means what finally the conclusion? Every operations or every operation we can't do with only SQL predefined queries. We can't do only SQL predefined queries. So which operations we can't do it? Which operations we can't do it by only SQL predefined queries? There immediately you have to think, okay, one requirement is there, but the requirement is not fulfilled with my SQL predefined query. The requirement is not fulfilled with my SQL predefined query. Then what I want to do to achieve that requirement? What we want to do to achieve that requirement means, yes, at that moment, immediately have to add what we need to add a clause. Add a clause statement, you have to add this. So when you adding clause statement, that means clause and query combination, we can do our operations. We can do our operations. Okay, na? So this is purpose of classes. Then how many and what type of classes are there? Let you see, there are, which was supported by your Oracle. Okay, which type of classes means? Where clause, order by clause, group by clause, having clause, roll up clause, and queue clauses. So these are the clauses we can use in our queries to do some specific type of operations on your table data. Okay, so let me see one by one, we will go for that. First one we will check out here, where clause. Basically, where clause, where you want to use. Where class, where you want to use means where class is using for, okay, where you want to filtering purpose, filtering rows, okay, filtering rows before grouping, before grouping data in a table. So before grouping, that means before grouping means you didn't perform, the data is not grouped here. So before grouping, whenever you want to filter, whenever you want to filter your rows for your required row purpose, we need to filter for your required row purpose, you need to filter. So there we can use a where clause. Okay, now? And very important thing is what now, so many people, they knows that clauses, but they don't know which clause in which query supported. That is also very important knowledge. Okay, now. So everyone saying that, sir, where class, group by class, everyone saying that, but somebody having confusion. Where class in which commands I can use it. Order by class on which commands I can use it. Group by class on which commands I can use it. So this in where, and that means class, and that class in where, in which commands are used. That is also very important to know it. So that's why every class along with the class, and the class where we can use which type of commands are supported, that also very important for us. So that's why I will also give it that one. So where class maximum, where we can use means, where class can be used in, there are three commands entire the database. One is select command, one is update command, one is delete command. So these are the three commands only I can use. The question is, by seeing of the statement, what you understand guys here, where class you cannot use other than these three commands. Where class you cannot use other than these three commands. Understand my point now? So it is not possible. Select, update, delete. Only these three commands only supported. Okay, so now that is what. And now, okay, example, I already given these examples in my basic SQL DML queries, DQL queries as well. So now we are passing where EMP number is equals to 777. Like we are doing update, EMP set, salary is equals to 45,000, where job is equals to, I want to send clerk. Like we are using delete command, delete from EMP, where department number is equals to 20. So in these commands only we can use. And now we can see up to here, can you see up to here is called a predefined query. This is called as what now? Predefined query. This is called as a SQL predefined query. Understand my point carefully? This is SQL predefined query. Okay. So to this SQL predefined query, I'm adding what now? Clause. So this is what we called as a clause statement. This is what we called as a clause statement. Okay, now this is called as what now? Clause statement. So this two combination, okay, this two combination, okay, when you add this two combination, then only your requirement will be fulfilled. Your requirement will be fulfilled. Okay, now understanding now, like. So now, for example, this is we written some query. Suppose this is entire table. Now I'm writing specific row I want, it means compulsory use where EMP number is equals to 7788 is used. So whatever the where clause condition I was given here, this condition, how to check, how to verify this condition means, so which column based your written condition? EMP number. So in this EMP number, total how many values are there means there are 14 values are there. There are 14 values are there. So each and every value is comparing with the where clause condition. Okay, now, so that means 7369 is equals to 7788. Condition false. 74 is equals to 77. Condition false. Condition false. Condition false. Condition false. Condition false. Condition false. And condition true. When the condition is true, the true condition data, the true condition row data is going to be retrieving from the table and displaying on the screen. Displaying on the screen. Displayed or not? Yes. Later, next 7839 false. 7844 false. 7876 false. 7900 false. 7902 false. 7934 false. So that means this condition, how many times checking means this condition is checking how many times here? 14 times is checking. So 14 times is checking means it's checking one by one row, na? Yes or no, guys? Checking one by one row or else group of rows. It's checking how it was checking individually. Every row value individually checked. When your condition true, the true conditional data retrieval. If it is not true, that not true conditional data filtering. Okay, that means here to get this 7788 employee data getting purpose, how many rows are filtered here? 13 rows are filtering. So when 13 rows are filtered, then only my required row will come to me. Okay, now, but how this 13 rows I need to filter means by using where class. Where class, what it was going to do, when condition is true, taking the data, when condition is false, filtering the data, not counting the data. So like this 13 rows data will be filtered. After filtering, your necessary required data is coming out. So that's why this is individually one by one it was checking. That's why here one point I was given. Where class is used for filtering rows before grouping data in a table, I said. So now here come out and see my table. Whatever the table is there, this data is grouped here. No, not a grouped. 14 rows are there in the table. That's it. But the data is not grouped here. So before grouping data, when I need to filter, there we can use a where clause condition. So this is working nature of where clause. This is working nature of where clause. Okay, now like this, update and delete also there. Second clause. What is the second clause? Order by. Order by clause when I want to use means order by class can use what purpose we can use means to arrange specific or to arrange column or columns values, column arrange a column or column values. Okay, either or in either in descending or descending, either ascending or descending. Okay, order. So order by class, what it will do, to arrange column or columns values in ascending or descending order. But guys, here by default, order by clause, by default order by clause, okay, class is always arrange values in ascending order. Okay, that is a default nature. What is the default nature of order by? Means by default nature of order by is what now? Ascending order. But those values, if we want to arrange values in descending order, then we use one key that is called a desk. Okay, key I can or keyword I can use it. But here so many people, when I'm saying desk means, so many people are confusing because sir, same desk keyword we use it whenever we want to see structure of table. Whenever we want to see structure of table. So structure of table purpose also same desk keyword we are using. Somebody is having a doubt like this. So there is a very important thing is remember that when I'm using desk keyword, desk and table name, whatever the table name you are passing to see the structure, your desk is nothing but describer. The desk is nothing but describer. Okay, But when I'm using desk on a particular column name, okay, and this is called as a not described, this is called as a descending. This is called as a descending. Maybe the first four characters of spelling is same character, that's why it was going to be desk. But desk on column name is a descending. Okay, desk on table name is called a describe. Okay, that point should be remembered, so don't confuse. Next one is order by class can be used in select command only, guys. Here it's very important. In select command only I can use it, but this clause I cannot use other than select. We can't use in any other commands. Okay, my point understand now? So only select command is supported. Okay, right. The syntax will be there. So now see the syntax of this. Select star from table name, order by class, column name 1, ASC or desk DSC, comma, column name 2, either ASC or desk DSC, either ASC comma desk DSC comma and so on Okay now, so like this you can use multiple columns also along with the order by. Okay, let you see some examples I will show you. For example, this is our table. Suppose in this table my employee salaries I want to arrange into ascending order. Then we can write like this by using of star. Star means what? What is the mean by star? All columns. What is the mean by star? All columns. So select a star from table in EMP, order by sal, that I have to give. But here I'm not using any desk keyword. So whenever you are not using desk keyword means automatically by default your column data arranging into ascending order. So ascending order, the column, the specific column, which column order by you applied on which column. So that column data arranging into ascending order. And remaining columns also along with that displayed. Okay. So suppose in the same to same, why should I want to display the remaining columns? I want to display only that particular column. So select a sal from, okay, order by sal, even though you can give it. In that, what happened? In place of star, I'm using the specific column I'm using. So specific column data only sorting here. This is ascending. Suppose if you have to go for select a star from EMP, order by sal, I'm using desk keyword. When I'm using salary desk keyword, then salaries are in a descending order data display. Same to same, if you want to give it the specific column only, I want to display and write here order by sal and the desk keyword, even though the specific column only I can display. Okay, now this is numbers, whatever. Same to same, you can use in the names also. Select a star from E name and order by, I have to give a names also done. The names also alphabetically ordered. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, now. So what is your ascending order? For the same thing, if I want to go for, then I'm using desk. So even though the desk means Z to A, as per my name, so whatever it was there in the table, that will be displayed like A to Z or Z to A. So not only this, suppose if you want to arrange your hire date column, already I have a hire date now, employee hire dates also there, but there is no particular specific order. Suppose if I'm using hire date from EMP, okay, order by, if I'm using hire date by ascending order, it will be ascending order. What happened? 17 December 1980, February 20, February 81, 22 February 81, 2nd April, 1st May, 9th June, 8th September 81, 28th September 81, 17 November, 3rd December, 3rd December, same date, 23 Jan 82, 19th April 87, 23 May 87. Okay, now in the same to same, suppose you need to arrange this higher dates in desk order, even though you can see 23 May 87, 87, 82, 81. Okay, these are all September, June, April, May, February, and 80. So like this order by class, you can apply, you can use on numbers, character, higher dates, whatever it is. At all columns, we can go to use it, right? So this is one basic example of order by, how I can use it on specific columns of data. Okay, so I stop it here and we'll continue, okay, the order by examples in tomorrow. Okay, na? So whatever the functions are completed, the functions complete class notes my people are uploading today. After this class they will upload, so please receive that application. Okay, na? Right, guys. Thank you so much. Good night, guys.